What an old man sees while sitting down, a young boy can never see it even when he climbs an iroko tree. These are certain proverbs that has been attributed to elders by the reason of the wisdom they possess. But somebody is saying if you want to eat frog, you eat a very big one that has eggs. So if you want to access wisdom, I think we should access it from one of the men that walked the surface of the earth that was actually endued with so much wisdom. I mean Solomon. One time Solomon was saying that there's an evil I've seen under the sun. He said princes are walking on barefoot while servants are riding on horses. Then the same Solomon went ahead to say in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13a, he said, let us hear the conclusion of the matter. Fear God. Look at this. Princes are walking on barefoot. Servants are riding on horses. Why servants are the one riding on horses that the prince ought to be riding on? The name attributed to them still did not change. They are still called servants. Why those walking on barefoot who are princes who ought to be riding on the horses are still called princes? So be careful by the little position that you have now, the way you treat people. Never think that a man will not rise up again. Never think so. The scripture declares, rejoice not over me, O my enemies, when I fall, because I shall arise again. What that means in Nigeria pidgin is fear my comeback, because say I dey grand now, not me say I go dey grand forever. Fear my comeback. Solomon said, let us hear the conclusion of the matter. Fear God. Why should I fear God? Because the ark of God can be put in the house of Obed-Edom by King David so that it can be licensed to death, and yet God returned that death sentence to a rising license. Ladies and gentlemen, be careful the way you treat people, because everyone's today is not what defines their tomorrow. Servants are on horses, but they are still servants. Imagine how it would feel when the servant was done misbehaving because he was on a horse, told the prince, and then the table turns. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be careful the way we treat people. You can't define God. The way God sees us, he sees us as himself, because we are made in his image. So if you are looking down on me, well, maybe it's my shoe you want to look at, but one thing you must understand is that you have to fear God. Why should you fear God? Because somebody can sleep this Friday very broke and wake up on a Monday morning very wealthy. Somebody can sleep without a job now and wake up with so much job offers. Somebody can sleep without a baby and being ridiculed by family members, in-laws, and wake up with a baby already growing inside of our womb. Fear God, because why? He is the Almighty. Fear God because why? He is the Almighty. Don't conclude on me yet. Don't conclude on me yet. God is working behind the scene. It is the behind the scene that brings the perfection to what you go to the cinema to watch. When you see my comeback in God, you will wait for the part 2, because you will not be able to tell the story. I don't know, have you been blessed? Obviously you have been blessed. Let us know how God has turned your life around via this broadcast in the comment section. Let us know how your testimony has been able to encourage people when you were down, but God has turned your story around. Join our YouTube family, subscribe, and sure to share this broadcast. I'll see you again.